Go ahead, put your glue. Does. Oh boy, I made it perfect to fit. Welcome back to my channel, guys. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Romario and this is Build with Romario. In this video, I'll be showing you guys how to build 16-inch deep wooden cedar planters. Okay, these are 16-inch deep. They are made from 5 cedar picket fences, which you can get from Home Depot. Each picket fence is roughly $3.48. You'll need 5 each. I'll be making 2 planters, but I'll only be showing the process of making 1 because, of course, the same process is for both. This build design was inspired by Salty Woodworking. You can head over to his channel. He does have a video showing how to build them, and he has a cut list which you can download and follow as well. I'll be providing you guys the cut list right here on the screen and also further down in the video while we start to build and assemble. So let's go get the material to make these. Before we go into the store, I want you guys to just know that the material that will be used is, of course, the cedar picket fences. Also, we will be using wood glue. I have the Tight Bond 2, which is for exterior and interior use, and I have an 18 gauge by 1 inch nails, brad nails. I'll be using my air compressor. Okay, you can use other nails if you don't have a compressor. You can find creative ways to put this together as well if you do not have an air compressor. All right, you can use screws and such, but this just makes the process go faster. So this is all we will be using for this process, so let's get right into it. Just want to make sure you pick up all that you need while we're there. Here goes the wood that I'll be getting. The cedar is 1932 by 5.5 by 6 foot pieces. They're $3.48 each. Right now it's in a pile of mess, so I'm just gonna shift through to find the straightest and best, to a degree, best looking ones. I need 10 in total for the project that I'll be doing to make the 2 planters, 5 pickets each. So let's get it done. Got what I need, let's roll out. Now that we have the lumber that we need, let's get everything sanded down with 120 grit sandpaper to get a smooth finish, and then get to cutting everything cut to size. So I'll be using my miter saw to cut the 14-inch and 12 3/4 inch pieces, and I'll be using my table saw to cut the 1 3/4 inch strips. Okay, if you don't have a table saw, you can use a circular saw. Just get a straight edge, place it on the wood with the 1 3/4 inch piece overhang that you need to cut, and just ride it through. Be safe while doing this. And if you don't have a miter saw, you can use a hand saw to cut it. Just sand the sides after you make the cut. Okay, if you're a beginner, you don't have any tools, I do have a tool list down below that you can download, and you can get it from the links that I have in the tool list. So get your tools from Amazon, you can get it from Home Depot, Lowe's, or even Facebook Marketplace, where they have a lot of used tools for great prices. I would suggest going there for your starting tools. It will last you a long time, and really that's all you need to get you started. Okay, so let's get these sanded down and then cut to size, and then we will move on to assembly. Let's go. Hey guys, during the duration of this video, you won't see me have my PPE on because I take it off to speak to you guys. But just know that while I'm cutting and sanding, I do have either my mask on, my respirator, and my safety glasses. Okay, so just want to bring this up so you guys could be safe while working. PPE, always be safe first. That's first and foremost. So just want to let you guys know that I am being safe on my side, so I hope you are as well on your side. Let's get into it. For the 1 3/4 inch pieces is going to be 1 3/4 by 24 inches long. So I'm going to rip it down to 1 3/4 inch, and then I'm going to be needing 8 24-inch pieces of that. Okay, so just wanted to be clear, I don't believe I gave that measurement earlier, so it's in the cut list though. Alright, so now that we got everything cut to size, let's start putting this together. Okay guys, so to begin assembling, we're going to start with the 14-inch pieces that we cut. Okay, we're going to use 3 per side of the planter. You're going to lay 3 out. You're going to put some glue. I have Tight Bond premium wood glue, exterior and interior. You're going to put glue around the sides, along the sides, and then you're going to take your 24-inch by 1 3/4 inch piece. You're going to line it up flush to each end of these boards, and then you're going to staple it in. I'll show you the exact brad nails that I'll be using. I'm 18 gauge by 1 inch. What I did here is clamp some extra piece of picket fence board. I clamped it to my table so I can have a straight edge. You can use anything with a straight edge that's stable to place against here, so you don't have to keep pushing and making it flush. It's already flush right here. And go ahead, put your glue. The only thing you might have to do is make sure that it's sandwiched together, okay, buttered up together properly. You could also clamp another board, let's say right here, clamp it to the table and then push this down while you get this stapled in. I don't have that, don't think I need it, but just giving you a suggestion, okay? If you went ahead and only sanded one piece, one side of each board like I did, because the inside of the boards are gonna be the inside of the planter, you don't necessarily need to sand it because there's gonna be sand inside. So if you did it that way, have the sanded surface faced up when you're doing this step, okay? Because the one that's faced down is gonna be the inside of the planter. So let's get this done. And same thing for when you're laying these strips as well. Let the sanded piece be facing you. Let the top of this strip be flush with the top of this board. Okay, that's flush for me. And I got this buttered up, perfect. Good to go. This is done. Now I just got to do the next side. This should go fast, guys. You guys did the tough part already, which is cutting everything to size and sanding if you don't have a planer. This side is completed. Now to go on to the next side, which is doing the exact same thing. Take your three boards, line them up. Put your glue. Second board, done. So for the next step, you're going to be putting glue along the side, and then you'll be placing your next strip over like this. Remember, this is the outside, this is the smooth surface. This board is going to come over here flush with this one, leaving an overhang on the inside right here. Okay, you're gonna do this for both sides. So let's do that right now. All the way down, take your board, make it flush to the outside portion. Make sure that they line up on the top. Okay, with the lip or the overhang on the inside. Next, do the same thing. Again, make sure to get all the way down here as well with glue. Now that you have both sides completed, what you're gonna do, face these two sides where the unsanded or the inside portion is facing you, facing up, flip the board, flip it like this. Again, this is the inside of the planter. What you're gonna do is take 3 of your 12 by 3/4 inch pieces. You're gonna face the unsanded portion facing you, facing up, line it up, and they're gonna sit inside on top of the overhang, just like this. Make sure the top one is flush with both sides. And you could just place the first one first, make it easy. Make sure it's flush. Now, we're gonna get this. Let's make it easy on ourselves. Push this board against the straight edge that you have clamped to the table and push towards it to make sure that they're both in together. Now, you can go ahead and staple along the inside of the board. Now you can place the other two. What you're gonna do next is flip this over. You're gonna take the 3 more pieces and do the exact same thing. The unsanded portion is facing up because it's the inside of the planter. Push it against the straight edge. Why I'm putting so much nails into these is because they're warped, and I'm just trying to get them unwarped into the sides of this board. So I'm just stapling them or nailing them in to be straight as possible. Okay, the pressure of the nails should bring it in a little bit and should keep it secure over time as well as they, warp by the weather when they're outside. Also, just be mindful, if you see there's an overhang on the bottom of these, when you place the 12 and 3/4 inch pieces, if they come out and protrude a little bit more than these, the 14 inch pieces on the bottom side, that's not a problem because the next step is placing the base, which is placing your last 12 and 3/4 inch pieces inside like so, and you can just butt them up against the bottom of the 14 inch pieces. You'll still have the overhang on this, but that's not going to be a problem. This is the bottom of the planter, okay? This is what I'm talking about. There's a little gap here. this protrudes out more than this, okay? You see it right here, but that's okay. Doesn't matter how you put this one, because again, it's the bottom of the planter. I'm gonna place this inside, the unsanded portion inside, and leave this outside. Place this in, line it up, and then staple and from the outside. If you guys made it this far in the video, thank you so much for sticking around. I hope you're enjoying the process, and I hope you could give me a like on this video. And by the end of the video, I hope you can subscribe for the channel for more content like this. Let's keep going. So now that these two are in, there's a small gap in between. That's roughly 1 7/8 inch, a 1 7/8 inch strip piece. But for you, just make sure to measure before you go ahead and prematurely cut it. Get to this step, then measure accordingly. It might 1/8 of an inch off of what I just said, so just make sure that you measure to ensure that you fill this gap in. Okay, so my own is roughly the same as I just mentioned, 1 7/8 inch, probably just like a 1/8 of an inch under that. So I'm gonna cut it to that size and get it filled in. I'm gonna rip it on a table saw real quick, and I'll be back. Since we're putting this towards the 12 3/4 inch strips, of course, this gap is going to be 12 3/4 inch. So I just cut this to size, and let's see how it does. A little tight, but boy, I made it perfect to fit. Woo, it's like actually perfect. 1 inch and 7/8 minus 1/8. Sorry, I didn't do the conversion. Let me get this stapled in. Last but not least, we need to make sure that there's holes for the water to drain. Okay, so I got a 3/8 inch bit. Then it's gonna drill 4 holes in here. Let's get a piece of sandpaper and clean that off. And there you have it, guys. Unfinished planter, because we still have to put the trim on. So let's get to that step now. All right, gang. So did my measurements for the strip on the top. These two lengthways, which is going to along the side of the 14-inch piece. It's going to be 15 1/4, 15 1/4 on both sides. I'm going to save doing the measurements between here until I get these glued in and nailed in. Okay, we're going to get these glued in. The measurements between here is going to vary depending on how well, I guess, each piece is placed. And, you know, since portions of it is warped, it's not always going to be a perfect size. So just to be safe, save that measurement till after you get these nailed in. Perfect. What I like to do is get this matched up here and then make a line underneath. I'll give you almost perfect dimensions so it can drop right in, okay? Getting it cut on a miter saw. There you go, practically perfect. In case you are curious, this is 11, a bit over 1/2 of an inch, and this is 3/8 of an inch. I need to do better with my fraction, but let's get this done. And guys, there you have it, a beautiful wooden cedar planter. Alright guys, what do you guys think? That's how you make wooden cedar planter with 5 picket fence. If you enjoyed the video, hope you can give it a like, and if you want to see more content like this, please subscribe to the channel. I do have other videos showing how to make different types of projects. If you do have a suggestion on a project, leave it in the comments below, and if I don't know how to do it, I will investigate it and I'll make a video on it for you. If you have any questions throughout this process, comment down below and I'll definitely get back to you. Thank you so much guys for stopping by, and hope to see you guys on the next one.